Coach Heath of the Bar Athletics with another 7-minute recipe. So I wanted to share my sweet potato venison chili with you this morning. For those of you who are, when I say venison, get kind of like weirded out, it's gamey, it's this and that. Not at all. I love it because like I've already prepared a lot of mine and it's just so low in fat and it's so tasty in the chili that I highly recommend that if you have a wonderful friend like I do, Ronnie and Ashley, and then I have another friend, Rita, who supplies me with some venison. And I was skeptical at first, but I used to do a lot of lean ground turkey and things of that nature. But once I went to this, I've never gone back. So again, I suggest if you've ever wanted to try venison and you have someone in your family or a friend that has it available, this is a great recipe to start with. So let's get into it. That being said, again, I'm gonna try and keep this short. I have everything kind of prepared and done. I'm just gonna mix it into my crock pot for you. And the only change that I made is when I was looking through my quarantine food, I realized that I had a butternut squash from last fall left over. So I went ahead and cubed that instead of the sweet potatoes. It'll work just as well. So for those of you that are watching the video, the first thing you want to do is you need a pound of meat, whether you want to use ground meat, lean turkey, or venison. And you're going to start to brown that on the stovetop. 3 to 5 minutes. Once it starts to cook, you're going to add onion. A medium onion will work for you. To that, you'll add a green pepper. And again, we're just continue to cook. I had mine on high, and then I added 3 garlic cloves. I just cut them up, chopped them up. Thanks, Becca, for my fresh garlic. I've been hooked up by everybody for my recipes. So again, the main goal here is you're going to brown your meat. You're going to add some onion, get them translucent, add a little bit of pepper or a pepper, and then the garlic. You could season it now, but I tend to hold off for that. So I went ahead and ground that. I went ahead and cut up about 2.5 to 3 cups of either sweet potatoes, or again, I use now that I have my hands on that, no one's going to want my chili. Or again, I did the butternut squash. And then the other thing I guess I should say that you'll need to do in advance is because it's not that I don't like to, I just prefer not to use canned beans. I find a Bob's Red Mill, or there's like a 16 bean chili mix. And if you'll just soak them overnight, they're perfect to use. So soak them overnight, rinse them off, and then they'll be great for the recipe. Aside from that, I use one big, I believe it's 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Boom, already got it open, ready to go. And then I also use, what's this, a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. Now, if you are like that person, you've got it canned and this and that, go you. I want to be you someday, but you can certainly use that. So let's get into it. So I, again, have already done, I'm going to look at my notes because this recipe is a little bit harder than I remember. So again, I've ground and I've already done this. So again, beautiful. Thank you for the venison again, Ron, Ashley. That's my last one from you all. The next one I'm going to use is from Miss Rita. Got 2 more pounds. And then I did get some wonderful elk meat from my friend Rita as well. And I'm interested to try that in a recipe. Probably just maybe make some burgers or something with that. I've had elk jerky, but never tried to cook with it myself. And I think that potentially is something that people struggle with the venison. You know, people are afraid of it. They don't know what to do with it. And that's why, like I said, this is a great recipe to start. So I've just went ahead and put that mixture in. To that, I'm going to add, it was 1 cup of the beans. That's all you'll need is a cup. Soak it overnight. I'm going to go ahead and mix those in. I strained them out just to spray them off. To that, I'm going to mix sweet potatoes, or again, I'm using my butternut squash because I have a leftover, I had one left over and spring is here and we have some cool nights. So I figured there's just going to be a few more nights that I want to, have some chili as we're getting into spring. But like I said, see what's in your, see what you have available. Sometimes that's what cooking is all about. So I'm going to go ahead and move remember we need a medium onion and 3 to 4 garlic cloves. So let me just scoot this over. So again, we're just mixing, very simple. To that, I'm going to go ahead and take this can of these diced tomatoes. Some people will put a form of stock, and you are more than welcome to do that. All I simply do is add back the exact, the 28-ounce can that I have here, or 24-ounce can, whatever it is. I'm just going to fill it with water because I feel like there's enough flavor in everything that I put into this that I don't really need any kind of stock. And I'm just going to add that to it. I'm gonna go ahead and stir. I like to stir as I go, just because it gets things mixed. It's gonna get, this crock pot is gonna get full. Oh, and there's Milo. I've been watching my neighbor's dog. She works long shifts at Amazon, so yes, good boy, Milo. To that, I'm gonna add that can of paste. Again, if you're like me, I learned old school from my mom. You know, she was, you know, we have to rinse that can. Okay, Milo, everyone knows you're a tough guy now. Boom. And again, I'm gonna stir that in, mix it very well. It's looking absolutely beautiful. So once we get that nice and mixed, oh, I have the olive oil sitting here in case you're clocking and saying, what's that olive oil for? For those using certain meat, you may want to use this to brown your meat. I, again, did not, because again, the venison is so lean. I don't even have to drain it off, which is what's beautiful. I mean, there's a little bit of fat, but it's so lean that it's not worth me draining the fat. All right, from there, again, certain things I just do on eye. This is an addition. I don't know, my mom always did this. I just put a little bit of sugar. I use, again, this is raw, organic, because, you know, I'm like that. You do you. Use whatever you want. Some kosher salt. Again, you can measure. I've just learned to kind of do this by eye. I will measure some of these other ingredients. So I'm going to look at my list and get with you. Ooh, chili powder. Love. And I don't have my, oops, sorry. Try and keep this under 7 minutes sometimes. Like I said, I don't have assistants, people. And if you want to be my assistant, sure. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons. You could probably do 4. Depends on how much spice and fire you like. I've done this where it's been underwhelming, and that's kind of annoying. So it seems like a lot, but it really isn't when you've got this much. So got that chili powder. Now I'm going, sorry. I do a smoked paprika. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. Boom. Oh, it's so pretty. This smells good already, and I haven't even started to cook it yet, which is what I love about this. We are going to do some dried oregano. It says 2. No, I'm going to go 2 tablespoons. You do what you want to do, but again, I like that flavor. Again, this is all to taste. So we got that. We're going to go into the, I don't know what people call this, cumin. Of course, if you're a smarty pant, you're like, oh, cumin, or whatever. I mean, whatever. It's a wonderful spice, and I use it in so much. Wow, and then that's it. That is everything, which I'll have the ingredients list below so that you can take a peek at that. And again, all I'm going to do is mix this up, and I wish I could get it so close because you could see it just looks amazing right now. Spices are getting mixed in. So again, I'm just going to mix this very well. I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm going to cook it for 6 to 8 hours on low. If you were in a hurry and you wanted to do this on high, you could. I have a feeling that I've never done it on high. I would only have a little bit of concern for your sweet potatoes if they, you want to make sure that they're not too crunchy or crunchy at all. So that's up to you if you're in a hurry. Some people will say that, again, leave it overnight. As soon as it's done, I want a bowl. And I want it with some cornbread, which I'm going to do a little video next on a little bit of honey cornbread, which I do with a yogurt instead of like oils and stuff like that. So again, that is it. If you want to do a little pepper to this, you can. I don't think I forgot anything. All I'm going to do is pop the lid on, secure it, plug it in, and 8 hours later I'm going to have a delicious chili for the entire week. You can freeze this. You can share it with friends. I won't be sharing with friends because clearly you clocked me, put my fingers on the food. So sorry, everybody, you're not getting any. Again, thank you for all the people that gave me these wonderful ingredients. The garlic from Becca, my venison from Ron and Ashley. I really, really appreciate it. And again, I hope you enjoyed this meal. Have a great day.